What is going on, collective? Welcome to my channel. It's your boy Adam Raw. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Today I didn't get really too many downloads today. I didn't get too many downloads and shit like that today. There was, I don't know if you guys saw the last video. Matter of fact, I don't even know if I even checked to see if that video uploaded. Let me see. Because like I said, I've been having problems with these videos uploading or whatever, and I had problems with that last video didn't upload yet. So there's gonna be another 2 videos that's gonna be uploaded. I've been having problems with it uploading or whatever, so mainly because I don't know. I quit giving a fuck. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just kind of quit giving a fuck. I don't know what the hell is going on here anymore. You know? All right. So so I guess today I'm gonna pull and we're gonna see what the ancestors and spirit guides want us to talk about today. So far, the vibe that I have been getting so far today was kind of like, I had I was thinking about this whole spiritual warfare thing, and it was crazy how everything was progressing. But the vibe that I'm getting is that whoever did this or whoever was doing this, either they're a nurse or they're nursing a dying patient, basically. And the vibe that I was getting is that somebody was trying to bind you to somebody who's dying, who's actually dying, because all the death spells that they've been doing isn't working. So somebody is pretty much trying to take you out when you go out. So in the meantime, they're trying to distract you and keep you connected to them and focused on them as a distraction until they finally kick the bucket, and then they're going to try to take you with them. You know what I'm saying? So honestly, I get the vibe that this is definitely like some Muslim or Islamic shit. You know what I'm saying? Like some Muslim shit. Because, with, a lot of that shit, it was a lot of people that was like saying some shit like, I don't know how true it is, but they were saying like people who, was, I guess, I don't want to say the Nation of Islam. I want to say more like there's Muslim sects or whatever that believe that the people that you kill become your slaves in the next life, essentially, right? So based off of that ideology, and you have all this, spell work that's been going on around here, I'm pretty sure somebody's a heavy believer in that, because there's a lot of manipulation energy out here. There's a lot of trying to control people mentally, emotionally, spiritually. There's a lot of coercion, magic, and stuff like that going on, and it has to do with control and trying to be domineering towards others. You know what I mean? Which is highly unnecessary. That is not the way God envisioned anything, because if that was the way that God envisioned things to go, He would have just been domineering over us, and we never would have had free will to begin with, right? Same thing with Allah, because essentially the Most High God, the one Creator, and Allah are 2 different names, but essentially it's the same Creator, right? Alright, so I was going to take a different approach today. I kind of want to use my I Ching today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the I Ching with my reading today. I'm asking my ancestors and spirit guides to channel the right message. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to channel a different set of ancestors today. Okay, let's see what we got here. We got 39. 39 has to do with an obstruction that's coming out, right? Okay. So let's see if we can pull some cards about this obstruction that's going on here. Generally, the I Ching has 6 lines, 3 above, 3 below. But 6 lines essentially is what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 7 here. I'll put this off to the side. I ain't gonna wait. 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, this. I'll put this off to the side. I think this is gonna be my that one's gonna be the card about let me see. Yeah, that's gonna be my card to tell me about, you know, the overall energy or whatever. Okay, let's see which line is changed. So we have line number 2 that's changed here, right? A tower. Okay, so there's an obstruction here with this tower energy here. The overall energy here is the 10 of Cups in reverse. So the vibe that I'm getting here is that there's definitely some unexpected news that's getting ready to come in. Something unexpected is getting ready to happen. There's going to be an obstruction of some sort or an obstacle. Generally with obstacles, it has to do with flowing to, through, and around it. When it comes to an obstacle in life, you have to decide, is it easier to go through the obstacle, go over the obstacle, under the obstacle, around the obstacle, or is it easier to change your attitude towards the obstacle in itself? You see what I'm saying? Now, when you have this 10 of Cups out here, this has to do with, it gives me the vibe that someone's attitude towards an obstacle, it's basically is what the issue is going to be here. So there's going to be some kind of obstacle that's going to come up, and it's either going to trigger you or it's going to trigger somebody, right? It's not, you know, triggering you. Well, I don't know. Let's see what else we got here. And we're going to live to the 5. Let's see here. Okay. You got the King of Wands here. So yes, basically this has to do with a King of Wands. This could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This could be, you could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but this giving the vibe of someone who's a leader, bold in action, wise in the way that he or she operates, basically. This isn't someone who operates out of ignorance. This isn't someone who operates out of emotion or anything like that. They are not a reactor, but they take a bold action in everything that they do, and the things that they set out to do, generally they accomplish to do. Though the salamander energy here, this has to do with power, right? So generally here, the vibe I'm getting here is that somebody could be trying to attack you emotionally, or try to attack your emotions, or try to bring a tower to you emotionally, especially if you are a fire sign. This tower energy has to do with I want to say that's Uranus energy. I want to say it's Uranus energy because it has Uranus or Pluto energy, Scorpio energy, Aquarius and Scorpio energy vibe I get here. Because essentially what happens is, like, Scorpio is the home of rebellion, you know what I'm saying, and shock. So, you know, that Uranus energy has to do with, like, shock. There's something that's coming in to shock you about, there's an obstacle that's going to be brought your way, right? It could be brought to you by a fire sign, actually. It could be a fire sign that's going to do something that's going to create an obstacle in your way. Or you could be a fire sign and somebody's going to do something to try to create an obstacle in your way. Now, if this is you, then in order to help you get through this situation, you're going to have to take bold action. Okay? You're going to have to be bold in the way that you act. And that's because it's designed to trigger you in an emotional way. Somebody's trying to trigger you emotionally is what I'm seeing here. Right? And essentially this is going to lead to, we got 44, so that's compulsion. So generally what this energy has to do with this tower and the emotional energy and stuff like that, it's basically about somebody who barks orders but don't follow the orders that they bark. This is somebody who is like, who command things but don't follow through with what they tell others to do. It's like they could tell people to do it and they want to be a leader, but they don't do the same thing that they preach to other people, in the sense that it's like somebody will say, okay, well, now it's time for you to advance and do this, this, and that, right? But in the same situation, they don't do the same thing. Or they'll command you to do something that they won't do for themselves. That give me the vibe of like narcissistic, not just a narcissist, but it gives it the vibe of somebody who is like, what do you call that? A martyr. This is somebody who is obsessed with absorbing other people's power. You know what I'm saying? And this is somebody who's obsessed with controlling other people. So, you know, you could be a free-spirited person, because remember I was talking about the Aquarius energy. Generally, that's like, you know, like that free spirit energy, you know? It's like you know, you come for the shit, right? And then you got that Scorpionic energy, which has ruled by intensity, right? Either that, or it could be an Aquarius and a Scorpio that's getting ready to experience a tower energy, because you have that Pluto-Uranus energy out here, right? But afraid not, because the vibe that I'm getting here is kind of like somebody's gonna get called out on some shit, is what I'm seeing here. There's gonna be an obstacle where somebody's gonna get called out on their shit. Like originally they plan to disrupt you emotionally or whatever it may be. But if this is the other part, if this is someone else, like say if this is, you know, like the Aquarius or Scorpio or whatever, and you got that Tower card here, they could have tried to distort something in your life, but they're not living by what they're preaching in theirs, is what I'm getting here. It's like somebody who don't live what they preach is going to try to accuse you of not living the way that you preach. And it's going to create so they're going to create some kind of obstacle to try to basically demonize you in front of a large group of people. You're going to be put on display all over again. Okay? And it's, like I said, it's going to be a continuous thing. It's just basically somebody who's looking for shit to, like, you know, pick you apart about. You know what I'm saying? That's what this person does. They do this. I don't know if they do this to everybody, but the vibe that I get is that I don't think you were the first one. I think this is a byproduct of their own lower vibrational energy. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is like, you know, what does it matter if you're not living according to, you know, maybe you're not living according to their standards. You see what I'm saying? Maybe, and that's what triggers them. It's because you are living your life, but you're not living it according to their standards. Now, when there's inconsistency with the way they think you should live your life, people start looking at their life, and it's like, okay, well, that's your standards, okay? Are you living up to your own standards? And then, secondly, the question is, if you are living up to your own standards, why does somebody else's standards matter? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is it that you're expecting other people to live up to your standards, is the question. When in reality, you know, you should be living up to your own standards. Or the time it takes for you to, you know, I'll put it like this, all that time that you're using to demonize somebody else about the standards that they're living up to, why aren't you using that to live up to your own standards? Are you living up to your own standards? You know what I'm saying? So before you could talk shit about somebody else, you need to make sure that you're living up to your own standards. That's why I really don't give a lot of times, man, I just generally don't give a fuck about, you know, certain stuff, man. But yeah, somebody's gonna try to create an obstacle for you because of that. And you know, only reason why they do that is because essentially they want to learn from you, and they want to learn from you basically, and they're trying to learn you essentially. But it's the same thing that happened with like Jesus in the desert. The devil was looking for any and everything that he could find to demonize Jesus Christ. And I'm not saying you're Jesus Christ. I'm just saying, like, that's generally what, you know, dark energies do. They have this tendency to demonize people who are of the light. They're the first one to demonize and point fingers about people of the light. They're the first ones, generally. They're the first ones to say somebody is a fake. They're the first ones to gather people around and say someone's a phony. They're the first ones. Generally, they're the first ones. They're the first on the scene. First to try to humiliate people. First to try to do, you know, crazy shit to people. And then when it doesn't go the way that they envision it going, they start trying to compare you to the standard you should be living to. But in reality, they're not living up to that standard or any other standard. They have no standard. This individual or whoever this you know, whatever is, this is a standardless society. You see what I'm saying? You don't have rules for your own life, so how can you hold somebody accountable for the rules that you think they should follow when you can't follow them yourself? Matter of fact, if I was to ask you what kind of rules do you believe in life, guess what? It's gonna be really inconsistent, and you probably will make up some fictitious shit that pretty much is just gonna tell on you about the shit you're not doing right in your life. You know what I mean? So that's that 44 compulsion energy, though. That compulsion, you know, somebody definitely is going to engineer a tower for you, and generally they're going to try to say that you're not living up to a certain standard or whatever, that you're a fake, that you're a phony, that you don't measure up, basically. But you know, it's not me myself. I'm glad that I have people like this. You know, especially with this whole spiritual warfare thing. Like, I was happy about that. You know why? Because the thing is that one thing I don't want to do is, you know, die surrounded by fake people. Okay? So if somebody could tell you something about me and you believe it, you're not the kind of motherfucker I want to be affiliated with to begin with. If somebody could just tell you some shit about me or about anybody and you just instantly accept it and believe it, that you're not the kind of motherfucker that I want to deal with. I don't want anybody in my life that I have to tell what to think, because that's not my style. I like to give people something to think about without leading them into, you know, making a decision or anything, just giving the information. Now that's something I do, which means in order to do that, you have to do what? You have to come gather information for yourself. You see what I'm saying? So that's my vibe. If you fuck with it, you fuck with it. If you don't, then okay. You're not the kind of person. You're not my, you know, a part of my soul tribe. I dig it. That's fine. We got the energy of 78. How can I break this down? I didn't think all of this through because of the card, because the I Ching stops at 64. Okay. So I'm guessing this is gonna be number 7 transitioning to 8. Number 7 transitioning to I Ching 8. Just give me a second here, and I can figure out exactly which line that is. Okay. Ooh, let me see. I Ching 7 to. But while it's loading up, I'm just gonna be upfront and tell you the meaning behind this. Okay, so essentially, like I was saying before about, you know, not being the same soul tribe, this is confirmation here with the number 7, because number 7 I Ching has to do with recruiting allies, right? In order to recruit allies, you have to recruit those with this. You have to have something in common with those people that you're, you know, trying to recruit. You have to be able. Your circumstance situation has to pull a string in those people's lives. You have to give them a reason to want to see you accomplish your goal just as bad as you want to accomplish it. You see what I'm saying? That way you can recruit allies. But the thing is like, the one thing that's holding you guys together is this circumstantial situation. So once that circumstantial situation is dead or solved, that means there's a dissolution of that connection that kept that glue that bound you all together. Now with the number 8, that has to do with bonding, right? And that right there has to do with the energy of connecting, you know, not just allies, but in this circumstance it would be like connecting your allies together at the heart. You guys are connected at the heart of the whole situation here, right? Okay, so basically, let me see. Yeah, union number 7 is union, the army, right? And when it comes to recruiting allies and mobilizing forces, another thing I wanted to add was that the hardest force to really navigate with is a small force. Okay, so once you learn how to tame the small, you will taming the great will be easy. Okay, it's because the thing is that you're limited on power, but you excel at mobility. You see what I'm saying? With a smaller group, people tend to have more camaraderie versus larger groups. Larger groups have more isolated motives. You see? So once you learn to bind everyone's hearts together in small groups, working with a large group isn't so hard because you can just group them off into smaller groups and group their motives together and then mobilize. You see? That is something that no general has never unheard of. That is how how warfare is administered. It's one of the key factors of warfare. Now we have the number 2 and 5 changing lines. So number 2 and 5 are changing lines again. So here we go. This is the 2nd line. This is the 5th line. So yeah, somebody is watching for the perfect time to betray you, basically. With the Empress card in reverse here. Yes, there's a woman out here, Venus energy of the I want to say this is a Arian or a Scorpion energy here, because the Empress generally in the upright embodies all the queens of the deck, and in the upright I would say it's more of a Libra Taurus energy because they're affiliated with Venus, right? Now, the opposite of being affiliated with Venus is that Mars energy, which the opposite of Libra is Aries, right? Mars. And then the opposite of Taurus, which is affiliated with Venus, it would be Scorpio. You see what I'm saying? Because Taurus governs your personal possessions, and Scorpio is affiliated with other people's possessions. Whether you're where tourists try to better themselves, Scorpio essentially, theoretically speaking, will be an energy of trying to utilize other people's money or utilize other people's funds and sources, because that's the second and the eighth house. Okay, so essentially what you have out here is you have the 2nd house, the 7th house, the 8th house. Oh, the 7th and the 8th house here. Yeah, okay, I get it now. The 7th and the 8th house, and then you also have the 1st house. So it's 1st, 2nd, 7th, 8th house. Yeah. Yeah, so with the 7th and the 8th house, this could be involved with a Libra, and somebody else's money. A Libra could be involved with something about somebody else's money. Maybe they're watching somebody else. This very well could be a Libra, a karmic Libra, right? Or anyone karmic who feels entitled to things that don't belong to them, right? They could be watching they could be watching somebody and waiting on the right time to betray somebody. Matter of fact, that was just the energy I was just talking about. There's more betrayal energy that's still out here. Let's see what other lines you might want to. Number 4 too. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, we have the 6 of Swords out here. Yeah, they're waiting on the perfect time to betray somebody, to stop them, is what I'm seeing here. To keep them from walking away, to keep them from getting away from somewhere, from someone, from something. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, somebody's waiting for the perfect time to betray somebody. They give me the vibe of like blackmail energy, right? Let's see what those two translate to. Let's see what they say. Okay, I have 3 and 9. That's what I got. 9 and 3. So this would be like Gemini energy, Gemini Sagittarian energy, essentially, right? Because there's on that spectrum. So there could be a Gemini and a Sagittarius involved here, or they, you know what I'm saying? But the vibe that I'm getting here is that the number 3 in the I Ching has to do with difficulty in the beginning. Anything that we start that's new is going to be difficult in the beginning. So essentially, whoever who they're watching and planning to betray is in the process of having a new beginning. And this impediment that they're trying to create is also a part of the path. So someone think that they're getting over on someone, doing something slick or side, but no, the universe had planned this. This is all orchestrated. Not by them, but by the universe. The universe isn't going to allow someone to do something that is outside of what it has planned for you. And just like what Marcus Aurelius said, an impediment to the path is also a part of the path. So this wannabe impediment that someone's trying to create for someone is basically teaching this person 9, gentle restraint. Because remember, difficulty in the beginning, like when you start an endeavor, it's always difficult. It's not easy. What if an endeavor is really easy in the beginning, it's easy for you to to give up on it, to fall off, to really, you know what I mean? It's really easy in the beginning for something to go awry, right? That's just like when it comes to business. A lot of people say that if you're going, like Denzel Washington said, fail big, and a lot of business entrepreneurs, one rule that they have that is never unheard of is that if you fail in the beginning of a business venture, that's the best time to fail, because you don't have too much of your resources tied up into that failure. It gives you a chance to learn how to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's better to fail in the beginning with a business venture than to fail later on in life or later on in the business, because you failing later in the business could be very detriment. And that's how most businesses go out of business. That's how they end up in debt and owing people, because they fail later in the situation, not at the beginning. With this leading to the 9 energy, it has to do with gentle restraint. Gentle restraint generally has to do with someone in power who can exert their power but choose not to exert their power in a certain kind of way. I'm not saying you don't defend yourself, but I'm just saying, like say if you are a gladiator and somebody much weaker than you comes up and throw all these let's say insult you. You're going to stand up for yourself. You might intimidate them a little bit or shake them up, and you let them go, right? Because they're not, truth be told, they're not trained like you are. It's easy for you to just dominate that person. And essentially what this vibe I'm getting here is that whoever this is, they're much weaker than you are. It's not that they're insignificant or anything like that. Whoever this person is, they're weak-minded. They're weak in the mind, they're weak in the spirit, they're weak in their emotions. Somebody takes it very personal when you excel in life. They're taking it personal. They believe that there's only limited room at the top for people, when in reality, the cosmos is an unlimited source. Thinking in scarcity is what makes it scarce. You see what I'm saying? It's the concept of thinking and believing in scarcity. Scarcity, in my opinion, does not exist. It's a figment of my imagination. Just like, imperfection. I don't think the word imperfection is a real thing. Because if you think about it, in order to be perfect, that means you have to, basically our idea of perfect is to be without flaw, right? But if you don't have a flaw in itself, then essentially, can you call yourself perfect? No, because you're without flaw. Your imperfection comes from you being without flaw. So therefore, you're perfect because you are with flaw. We are all with flaw. That flaw isn't what you assume. A flaw is not a weakness. It's an opportunity. It's a doorway. It's a gateway for you to grow, expand. You see what I'm saying? The flaw of a child is not understanding arithmetic, right? But as an adult, that flaw of not knowing arithmetic led to them learning arithmetic. Thus, they grow into perfecting arithmetic, right? But yes, anyway, what I was saying here was that you definitely have this energy of somebody who is basically who don't want to see you excel. This is a low vibrational, this is a low class person. This is somebody who's just insignificant in every way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? This is somebody who, if you saw on the street, you could easily just whoop their ass. You know what I'm saying? And not just one day, but every single day if you chose to. And even in the spiritual realm, if you wanted to whoop this person's ass on a daily basis, you could do that. You have that power to do that. Okay? But this person is watching you, and the reason why they're having such a conflict is because they're in conflict about administering what you preach. That's where the problem comes. They've been trying to do, whoever this is, they were trying to follow your example, but because it doesn't work for them, they want to call you a fraud. You see what I'm saying? When in reality, you need to take the information and apply it to your life in a manner that works for you, instead of call yourself trying to live somebody else's fucking life. You see what I'm saying? That's what we call thinking for our fucking selves. That's why you have a brain. That's why you have a mind. It's not to think what other people think. It's not to know what other people know, but it's to come to your own conclusions, instead of subjugating yourself to propaganda bullshit. Which means that instead of subjugating yourself to people who tell you what to do, it's time for you to think for yourself and make your moves accordingly. You want to know if a motherfucker is low vibrational? Listen to what they telling you. If they telling you what to fucking think, that right there lets you know that's not the kind of person that you need in your life. Well, I put it like this, depending on where you're trying to be in your life. Everybody not trying to be high vibrational. Everybody, some vibrations is just too high for some people. And I dig that. Okay? I dig that. But at least try to be a little bit better than who you are. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's trying to go from being a frog to the king. They're trying to lead, and this is probably after all kind of bullshit they did to other people in this lifetime. And they think that they should be the high vibrational one. They're trying to bind your vibrations to them or their vibrations to you. That kind of shit. Ain't nobody going for that shit. You're not fooling nobody but yourself. You can try to take all the fucking shortcuts you want in life, but it's all going to lead you to different routes to hell. Hell has many dimensions. Many dimensions. There's not just one way to hell. There's multiple ways to hell. Hell is a mind. Your mind creates the hell, essentially. So yeah, that's something we need, just be cautious of. Because yes, and the vibe that I get is, yes, it's either a female energy or a male acting like a female. It could be a man acting like a woman. It could be a woman acting like a man. Either way, it's a feminine energy. And as you can tell, it's definitely a feminine trait. It's a feminine trait. Okay. So let's see what else we got out here. Okay. Let's see what else we got out here. One thing I learned about this spiritual warfare shit is that somebody just want to be talked to all goddamn day. It's like you 40 fucking years old, and you want somebody to sit here and talk to you like your fucking absent ass daddy all goddamn day. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. What do you bring to the table to your community? Nothing. You live 40 years. You live 20 years. You live 25 fucking years. What do you have to show for it? Whatever. Just don't. Oh, Lord. And you know what? And what the crazy thing about it is that when you in spiritual warfare and shit, the people who wager it against you, they just keep coming for you. They just keep at it. You know, if they was this persistent at, you know, raising their fucking kids, or, you know, getting right with their moms and dads and telling them the things that in the dark that they've done, you know, it would have been a whole different story. So we have 1 and 9. The energy of 1 and 9 here, or let me see. No, 61. Okay. 61 has to do with limitations here, right? So with the energy of 61, it has to do with limitations. It has to do with you know, restraining ourselves, right? The universe basically is like this, like, you know, it's okay to restrain yourself, but don't show so much restraint that it snuffs out your fire. You see what I'm saying? Don't go overboard with your restraint, because the thing is that, you know, somebody could be counting on you to do that, to actually do that, to, you know, to restrain yourselves. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could be actually counting on that. And, you know, they may turn that into like some kind of liability. Like, you know, oh yeah, they're not gonna, you know, they're not gonna do this, this, and that. Sometimes an ass whooping is essential. You know why? An ass whooping is how I learned that the stove was hot. An ass whooping is how I learned not to fuck with the big kids. An ass whooping is how I learned who to fuck with and who not to fuck with on what day. That's how I learned. An ass whooping. I ain't gonna lie and say I never had my ass whooped. I had my ass whooped before. You know? I lost a fight before, you know? But that don't mean that motherfucker kept fucking with me though. Cause my goal and shit, when I do my fights and shit, my goal ain't to fucking win or lose. I don't give a fuck about winning or losing. My whole point is you'll never fuck with a motherfucker like me ever fucking again, and I guarantee you fucking that. And I proved my point in that spiritual warfare, because you still got a bitch out here who's terrified, afraid, resting in fear. And that's what I want you to do. Rest in fucking fear. 61 has to do with limitations. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what transition we got here. We got the number 1 here. So the overall energy here is the 3 of Cups in reverse here. Yes, there's a group that is splitting up or something like that. And you got the 6 of Wands out here. See, in reverse. See, that's what I was talking about. Limitations here. Somebody is overstepping their boundaries. They're overstepping your boundaries and shit like that. They already had their ass whooped. Whoever this is, you whooped their ass already. You beating their ass is what caused their group to split the fuck up. There's people in that group who can't handle getting their ass whooped on a daily fucking basis like they was taking. There's motherfuckers losing their house, cars, jobs, shit like that. And the only thing that they could fucking do is, oh, we gonna get them back. We gonna. No, motherfucker, you're not. You're not. You would have did it by now. You know what I'm saying? That's what, and now you got a motherfucker, remember just a few pulls ago, you had a motherfucker watching, trying to engineer a downfall for you, and they try to call themselves waiting on the right time. Okay. Wait. We got the 4th one out here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got the Queen of Cups in reverse here. This could be a karmic water sign here. Whoever this person is, their intuition is blocked. It's not necessarily their intuition is blocked. There's something that this person did. They abused their spiritual gifts, whoever this person is. This is this is a feminine energy that abused their spiritual gifts. And because of that, they're struggling to keep their spiritual eyes open. They think that they're using somebody, they're getting their information through someone, or through like a fairy or whatever it may be. Whatever it may be. But they have to go through third party after third party after third party to feel like they have their psychic abilities again. Could you imagine having your extrasensory gifts turned off on you? not being able to have good feelings about people and shit like that, all kind of shit going on around you, and you can't get your gut feeling right about them. Yeah, that's what this person is going through. They're blind now. It's been a complete blackout in their energy. Their energy is blotted out. It's blacked out. This is why they're struggling to get messages. They're probably out here doing spell work to try to, you know, get their third eye to open, or connect to certain people's energies, or leech off and steal and shit. But the cosmos has a way of correcting everything. The cosmos has a way of correcting everything. Whoever this person is, they took a L. This person took a L, a major L compared to everybody else's. I'm gonna roll this once and then I'm gonna switch to side. Okay, number 3. 9 of Pentacles and 9 of Pentacles. Yes, this person lost their independence. Not only did they lose their gifts, but they also lost their independence. They ended up being codependent after this energy. That's why you got the 9 of Pentacles out here with the 6 of Wands in reverse, the 3 of Cups in reverse, the 6 of Wands in reverse, the Queen of Cups in reverse. Yes, whoever this person is, essentially they lost. This is some shit that they lost. They lost their independence, their codependence. I mean, their independence. And the only reason why I'm reading it this way is because you got that 6 of Wands out here, which implies what? A loss, right? So this leads to the number 54. Yes. So whoever this person is, they could be married to somebody that they don't even love. This person has a loveless marriage out here. With the number 54, the loveless marriage is what this is, right? This loveless marriage energy basically is a marriage of convenience. Because remember I told you this person lost their independence here? They probably got married to somebody or connected themselves to somebody for luck, for love. I mean, for luck, pretty much anything but love. You know what I'm saying? Anything but love. Wow. Yeah, this is a loveless marriage. This marriage is falling apart at its seams. Let's see with the number 54. Let's see what else comes on. Number 2. Okay. I wasn't sure how that was. That's why I reshuffled. But you got the Page of Pentacles here. Yes. Whoever this person was, they don't have. Okay. So remember I told you that there was a loveless marriage that's going on out here? All of this was because of a Page of Pentacles. Somebody approached them with the Page of Pentacle energy, right? Basically, they saw something that someone had that they, could use. Because remember, they went from the 9 of Pentacles to the Page of Pentacles. You know what I'm saying? 9 to the Page. The Page of Pentacles is a student learning how to get their money back, learning how to build wealth, learning about money. The Page of Pentacles is about learning about money. The Knight of Pentacles will be about not necessarily understanding, but practicing. Putting into practice what they learned. The Queen of Pentacles will be more like the energy of applying the theoretical aspects. Knowing how to express themselves through the acquisition of finances. Learning how to express themselves in order to acquire finances. So that could be like more artsy. You know what I'm saying? Like an entrepreneur that's really artsy, or somebody who's very ingenuitive, who knows, have an intuitive knowing of what sells and what don't. And then you have the King of Pentacles, where your empire essentially is already built, and only thing you're doing is just collecting off the goods, right? Right. So anyway, with this Page of Pentacle energy here, what's going on here is that somebody was offered like peanuts compared to what they had. They were offered peanuts compared to what they had. And they probably took that shit too. Maybe that's maybe. A matter of fact, them taking it is probably what led them to this loveless marriage. I got one more, and then I'm done for the night. I'm done. Cause it seems like these messages keep repeating. Somebody's this, somebody's that, somebody's this, somebody that, and you know it's bullshit. It's old. You know what I'm saying? That shit is really old. It's something that's like really old. Let's see here. All right, so let's see with this last one. We have 64. 64 is the ending in sight. All of this is coming to a close or an end. This is before the ending here. This cycle, all of this entire cycle is over essentially, right? Because 64 has to do with yeah, the ending in sight. Basically, this is the last I Ching in the whole, you know, the whole series or whatever. And this gives us the vibe that this cycle is ending, but that doesn't mean that everything is over. It just means that there's a new cycle beginning. Okay? So essentially with that ending or whatever, you got the strength card in reverse here, right? The vibe that I'm getting here with the ending in sight and the 64. Wait, is that right? Okay, yeah. With 64. Wait a minute, hold on. Okay, yeah. So essentially with the 64 energy, with the strength in reverse here, you could be dealing with a Leo or an Aquarius. You know how that energy works, because Leo, the opposite of Leo is an Aquarius or whatever. But this gives me the vibe of somebody trying to recuperate. Basically, somebody is trying to regain their strength here. Let's see what this is all about. Got the number 2. Got the King of Swords out here. Okay. So yeah, like I was saying, like there's also an air energy out here along with that Leo energy here. But this King of Swords energy basically gives me the vibe like there was a judgment passed. There's a decision that was passed on this whole situation. The universe itself is passing judgment on this situation. It doesn't have to do, I mean, you know, and a lot of people say, oh, you know, well, you know, some people don't believe in God, you know. But the vibe that I'm getting here is that basically somebody had been doing all of this just to test God. Because essentially they wanted, you know, I guess they just test them, you know. Somebody was, I guess the vibe I get is like somebody just wanted to fight God through you, or you know what I mean? They want to use your energy like a battery. You see? You got number 3 out here. Yeah. So this is what the universe has decided with these people. It basically passed judgment that these people will be homeless. They've been stripped of their power, their strength. Yeah, whoever this is, they're going to be stripped of their power. Whatever, if they've done spell work, if they've done jar spells, if they've done magic on people and all this other shit, they're going to be stripped of it. It's going to lose its power. Whatever spell work they put out is going to lose its power. It's all going to break. And in that breaking, it's basically the cosmos passing judgment on whoever, you know, this is. Yeah. It was, you know, so yeah, let me see here. Got the 7 of Pentacles here, yeah. There's some things that they tried to manifest that's going to manifest back into their life. So basically, if they were trying to like manifest the things that they were manifesting is basically what's going to happen in their own lives. Yeah. Because they probably were trying to like manifest your downfall. They probably was trying to get you to manifest against yourself. They probably was trying to, you know what I'm saying? It's a variety of different things that these people could have been doing. These people or this person could have been doing. This couple could have been doing. This group, this polyamorous marriage could have been doing. You know? But the cosmos has gotten involved. The Most High God, the one creator, the judge, the adjudicator of all, has gotten involved. And it looks like the judgment that's been passed against them has to do with their finances. They probably did this all for the love of money, though. You know what I'm saying? Yep. That number 2 comes back. Yep. That's the divine, you know, king. The divine king coming out here. Because he's not going to, I mean, true enough, when he judges you, he's going to judge you according to your intentions. But he's looking at it from a logical aspect right now, because he's looking at, you know, all the plots, plans, and ploys that was going on here. So, yeah, somebody, oh, man, that's crazy. Then you got the number 34 out here. The number 34 has to do with you rising up because of this. The 34 has to do about great treasures, or no, 35 is aspiration. This is taming the great. So although you were the low man in this circumstance and situation, maybe you were the underdog in this warfare. It could have been just you against multiple people or groups or whatever it may be. But you are in a position where you have tamed them. You've tamed a group larger than yourself. You know what I'm saying? And if they ever say anything outside of that, like, oh, you didn't, well, why does it take so many of you to do this spell work if that wasn't the case? And why is it so many of you who's reaping the consequences of what one person's telling you to do? You see what I'm saying? So yeah. Yeah. It just keeps going back to the King of Swords here. 222. 222 energy has to do with you building yourself and walking away from bullshit and stuff like that. So this strength card here, it might be time for you to get some rest, recuperate, rejuvenate, and heal yourself. It's time to do healing work. Alongside with doing your healing work or whatever, just know that God is taking over and taking control of it. And taking control of this, like I said, whatever they were manifesting against you, out of the hardness of their own heart, is what they essentially is going to create for themselves. So even if they change it up and be like, oh, well, I want to see this person succeed and all this other shit, God is like, yeah, okay, you little two-faced fuck. No, that's not going to happen. Right? Man, I pulled out so many cards thinking I was going to use them. I might use this deck right here. You know. Because somebody is definitely doing, well, I can't say that because it didn't show up in my cards. So. Alright, so yeah, this is going to be the last couple of cards I pull. Oh yeah, I will be changing channels, so just to let you know, it's gonna be time for me to change channels soon. I'll let you guys know what's what. But you got the Masquerade, you got Today for Tomorrow, and you got what is this? Perchance to Dream. Okay, yeah. Basically, somebody has been masking themselves. This is somebody who walks around in a mask. Whoever this is, they're hiding their true selves, their true motives, or who they truly are, essentially, right? This has to do with the group that was trying to set up this obstacle, or this person was trying to set up this obstacle. This could be 2 people. This definitely giving the vibe of 2 people here. Or somebody was trying to switch your energy today for theirs tomorrow. Essentially is what's going on here. Or they were trying to switch, they were trying to get self-gratification today for their tomorrow. This give me the vibe of selling their souls or bargaining their souls, essentially is what I'm seeing here. Somebody has bargained their soul, and an aspect of bargaining their soul, this is the devil coming to collect. Yeah, you definitely have a demonic or some kind of energy coming to collect. This purchase to dream gives me the vibe of somebody who's like a Judas, who's going to betray the king itself, or the person in charge of this group. Whoever's been calling the shots here, I got a vibe that the second in command, whoever this person believes to be second in command, is going to take them out. And it's already been in motion. It's already in motion. This ain't something that can be stopped. This is something, even if somebody did like, jar magic like they normally do, it's not going to stop this from playing out. This is a judgment that was passed. You have parasite here, you have downcast pride, and you have hiding your true self. Whoever this person is, they are reptilian energy. They have a way of masking their intentions and things of that nature. When they interact with certain people's energy, they try to become it. Just like they've been trying to do with your energy. They've been interacting with your energy to try to become it. Yeah, because you got a parasite here. Somebody has a spiritual parasite on them. Whoever this king is, or whoever's been calling the shots this entire time, they have something. It's something about this person's energy, about their scent. The scent of their energy. Their energy has a scent to it. Now, I'm not talking about body odor, but it has this distinguishing scent to it that it attracts parasites. So even if they think that they're escaping, if they're escaping calamity or whatever it may be, you're not really escaping it. It's latching itself onto you in disguise of a parasite. And this parasite could be that person's second in command. It doesn't always have to be a person. It could be a spirit that this person communes with on a daily basis or all the time. It's something about this person has connected with something. And it's coming to collect. You got downcast pride. Yeah, whatever it was, this person is definitely not proud about how they went about this, but they hide their true selves. They're hiding who they truly are deep down. Yeah, you got obsession here. Whoever this person is, and you know what? Look at that. With an obsession, that looks like a mirror. Somebody could be obsessing over you looking in the mirror, is what I'm getting here. You got colorless angel. This is somebody who lost their spirit or their soul energy. They lost all of it. And then you have, is this me? And this is how they see themselves. They think of themselves as like a temptress or something like that. But in reality, it's you're a colorless angel, which means that, basically you have no light. All the gradients of your light has been removed, essentially. That's all I got for today. That's going to be the reading for today, pretty much. You guys, let me know if what you guys thought about the I Ching reading or whatever, because I dig the I Ching. I love it. It helped me on my journey when I first started my spiritual journey. Yes, I did memorize every last one of them, which is wild. And I memorized each and every last one of them, but I still have to go back and look at the actual names of some of them from time to time. But once I see the name, I know exactly what they are and how they correlate to certain situations. Now, a bit of humor before we go. I did want to peel a meme card, right? The meme card related to our situation here. Doing sex. Whoever that resonated with this, the people who was doing spell work towards you, they don't want to hear it. They're trying to avoid the trauma. They're trying to avoid the trauma. Like they're doing everything they can to discredit you, because they figure if they can discredit you in some way, shape, or form, the things that you're speaking upon will not come into existence. They want to make you out to be a liar, so that when you say things that are true, other people won't know that. And then they'll go around and take when people aren't listening, they'll take what you say and go spread it on different, spread it around. Yes, this is an entire family. And yes, they do look like this. You got the big one in the back. You got the three little, in the front. This is a real young girl right here. This is somebody really young. You got two boys on each side of this young girl here, and then you got this big blob of a thing in the back. And this is called the damn bro. You got the whole squad laughing, and nobody's laughing at them. You see what I'm saying? So yes, whoever this is, they're stale basically. Basically, these are some washed up people who keep preaching the same thing every single fucking day. Every day it's the same thing. Every day it's, oh, I bet I can get so-and-so's attention, or I'm going to do this spell, or it's such and such time. It's time for me to do this spell on this person, or I need to do this, or I need to do that. It's never, hey, maybe I should do some healing work. Maybe it's time to just let this whole thing go, But I got a vibe that it's something deeper than that. It's definitely something deeper than that. Normally I post videos and stuff, so if you ever get a chance, check out the last video, which would be like the third video now. It has start with like Karmic something, right? I posted the link to this reader's video. I definitely want you to check that person out. And everything in that reading is exactly what has been going on. Okay? Everything in there, it's absolutely true. And that's exactly what's been going on. I'm not going to go into details. I'm going to let you pick that up. Listen to it on your own. Okay? All right, you guys. I love y'all all. Y'all take it easy. Tomorrow's a new day. Let's see what kind of messages I get for tomorrow. All right. Peace.